I'd like to call this Park and Rec meeting to order. We'll go around the room.
Matt Shaw.
Dan Zapatka.
Chuck Stackpole.
Allison Korea.
Jack Pritchard.
Deb Satonic.
Dan Lynch.
Steve Besputa. Public dialogue, there is none. Unless you want to talk, Paul? Okay.
Has there been any arrangements for the pool?
Oh, Chris,
Oh, there he is.
did you edit the video of the pool? Finalize that?
It's being finalized now, yeah, we're finishing it up,
All right,
yep.
all right. That answer your question, Paul?
Well, the question is, this summer obviously is the 50th anniversary
Yeah.
of opening the pool. Talking about setting a date for some sort
Uh,
of ceremony.
We talked about it, Dan and I, in the October meeting because the pool was dedicated in November.
Okay,
So we'll do something at the October meeting.
So we can
If-
show it sometime in October?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah, we'll definitely have it ready for that.
yeah. And, you know, you guys can come. I talked to Rolly Hine. I invited him because he was chairman of the committee.
Yep.
I can talk him into coming, and, you know, it will be nice. All right?
sounds good, thank you.
Yeah. All right. Approval of the minutes, February. I got a couple. Dan was president and absent, so were you at February? All right, so just cross. And I didn't remember, and I seen another thing. Oh. Miss Lutzo, Chairman's report,
Has Lastos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'll call that one
it
too.
should be Miss Lutzo, Chairman's report.
Lutzo.
Thank you.
You had it right in the director's report.
Okay.
All right, that's all I see. Do you guys have any other? All right, all in favor of the minutes?
Somebody has to first and second.
Oh. Yep. Yep. All in favor?
Perfect.
All right, motion carried. All right, old business, Dan?
I'll just go through everything, because we didn't have the meeting last month because of the low quorum. I'll go through everything in the director's
All right.
report.
I have nothing in grounds. The guys are out cutting and cleaning, you know, the grounds, lining the fields. They're busy. The crew started, what, last month?
Yep, as soon as April 1st comes around, everything starts.
Yeah, and it's looking good.
Yep, they started March 31st, so everybody's good to go.
All right, no personnel report, or do you have one?
No, all good.
All right, budget? Any questions on the budget? All right. Director's report, Dan?
Okay. All right, I will go through everything from March and April. That's included here in the packet. First off, just want to go through all of the budget and referendums that are coming up in town. We got our reports back and proposed budgets from the Board of Finance, first the Selectmen, first Selectmen's approvals, and then now it goes to the annual town meeting and then to the referendum for the town. They had the Board of Finance budget hearing last night. That was at High Plains. The Board of Selectmen and annual town meeting will be Wednesday, May 14th. Board of Selectmen will meet at 7. The annual town meeting will be at 7:30 at High Plains Gym. Then the Town of Orange budget referendum will be Wednesday, May 21st. That's all day long, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. at High Plains. All districts vote there. And then the final thing is the Amity budget referendum. That's Tuesday, May 6th, from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. all day at the High Plains Community Center for all districts. And then we'll get our finalization with our budgets, but the Board of Finance and the First Selectman were very good to us with our budget. Nothing, everything I asked for, except for some minuscule stuff, we received, as long as everything gets voted on and approved. So in regards to Park and Rec, we should be in good shape.
You looking to do any big projects?
Well, Chris asked for some work at Roach Field down at Old Tavern,
Okay,
and we got approval for that.
all right.
And then we were able to get the blower that he needed as well, but we take some money out of our own personal budget and stuff in that matter, so we're good in that range. The only thing is the basketball courts, we're still working on that. I don't think that's getting done. And, I definitely wanna do the maintenance on the tennis courts as well, cause we're going on about 5 years since that was replaced.
All right,
It was recommended by the company to, do maintenance on it, striping, all that kind of stuff, just to keep it refurbished and in line. We spent a lot of money on that, the town spent a lot of money on it. We wanna keep it going for a long time, so
do you
that's
have
gonna get done as well.
money in the budget for that?
It's probably gonna be for next year.
Well, how
So,
much would it be
To do that,
approximate?
for the two courts to do the maintenance that's needed, the refurbishment, the lining, the striping, it's about 20 grand. So,
All right, what's in our,
the
Rental.
pavilion rental thing, I don't wanna take
All
it
right.
all out of there.
All right.
But, I've talked to John Cifarelli, I've talked to Bob Britton, the town engineer, so we're probably gonna be for next year.
all right,
But the basketball courts, I hope that's more sooner than later, because that needs to get done. But everybody's aware of what needs to be done.
Capital,
yeah, probably.
Yeah,
yeah, so that's separate from the budget.
And
yes.
they're talking, new basketball courts down at Fred Wolf Park.
Yes, part of the
Yeah.
whole project. But that,
Yeah,
again,
that's
that's a ways
in
away too. so-
ways away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so there's possibilities of stuff, again, it's gonna take a little time. I'm just hoping that, like we did with the tennis courts 5 years ago, they were able to find that
Yeah.
LoSiP money and stuff like that, hoping they could do that with the basketball courts,
That would,
before we have to wait for capital planning next year.
that would be a good idea.
but they
But-
have to all be redone, right? They have to be
The two
torn
courts
up.
have to be redone, yes.
Yeah, they're pretty,
We have the pricing for it, we just gotta do it.
Yeah,
They're expensive, I mean, they're very expensive.
well, asphalt.
You're looking almost the same range as the little less than what the tennis courts were. You're looking at about 120,000 for each court.
Yeah.
And you get new basketball, rims and baskets and everything. It's the whole everything, so I mean,
Drainage.
when it's all
Yeah.
done, it's worth it, but again, it's pricey. So, everybody's aware of what needs to be done, it's just that, wanna let everybody know at home, we don't forget about it, it's just, stuff takes time.
yeah.
Stuff takes
They
time.
probably get more use than the tennis courts.
Oh, yeah. This time of the year now,
There's always some out
High Plains was packed today, there's people everywhere, which is, it's a good thing.
It's
But those
like
courts,
that
they need to be redone, they need to be taken care of.
all the time in the good weather.
But it'll get done, just gotta be a little patient, but it'll get done. I just wanna let everybody know here and at home that it's not like it's going on deaf ears,
Yeah,
we want it to get done, and everybody wants to get done, just gotta wait your turn. All right, programming wise, all our spring registration took place at the beginning of April, April 7th. Well, a lot of them programs have already started, some will start at the end of the month. Swim lessons started this week, the week after vacation. The day camp and traveling teens registration started in March, we started a month earlier. Like I told you in February, Day camp is all filled up, traveling teens is filled up, except for weeks 3 and 4. That week 3 is usually a week where we don't get a lot of kids, and when I left today, there's maybe 4 spots left. And week 4, the following week, there's probably 4 spots. We might sell out every week this coming summer. That might be a first.
Really?
I'll give you an example. Last year, we probably had maybe 15 kids, 16 kids for week 3, because that's the 4th of July week. This year might fill with 40,
40?
40.
Wow.
And our numbers for day camp are in the, 120s range. So, people wanted the registration to start earlier. We did that. We started a month earlier, and it worked out well.
Is there a lot of interest in the camp? I mean, it's full, but there's a lot of people on a waiting list, or no?
We've taken some of them off, but yeah, there's still a waiting list, yes.
Okay.
Yep. So that's a good thing as well. But numbers are good. Registration's gone well for the camps and for spring registration. We already talked about the parks. The grounds crew started on March 31st. All park cleanups, town ground cleanups, field maintenance has begun. It is now that time of year, busy time. There is a program report from March and April, as well as a aquatics report in the packet. I'm not gonna go through everything in there. It highlights everything from each of the months. If anybody has any questions, I will be happy to answer any that you have.
Hey, Dan, whatever happened to that badminton program?
It went,
Oh, really?
it's going. It's already on its second session.
Okay.
Yep, I ended up getting them to use the in middle school. High Plains was too busy. We couldn't get them in there. So I talked to the people I know over at the middle school, and we found Mondays. They've been going Monday afternoons from like 3 to 5:30 or 3:30 to 5.
Yeah.
This second session, though, because of spring sports starting up, they had to go 5 to 6:30 instead on Mondays. They took 12 to 13 kids. It's filled up. The first session filled up, and the next session, I believe, started this past Monday, when they came back from vacation.
So they're happy?
They're happy. So they'll go through this session, and then they obviously won't go in the summer. They'll come back in the fall. She said possibly they may go back to the high school if it works out with the club, or we'll just get them back into the
Middle school.
The middle school was very receptive to it, and it's easier. It's a bigger gym. They bring in their own adjustable nets for badminton, their own equipment. She bought a bunch of equipment for it, and I reimbursed her. It's a no-brainer. Her and a couple other parent chaperones oversee it, and the kids are enjoying it, so.
That's good.
And did that end up being middle and high school age
Yeah,
students?
it's like 12 to 18.
That's great.
Yep,
And then we do the registration?
yep. We take, all the money comes in, yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
That's good.
And anything they needed for equipment, we reimbursed them, so. They're happy, everybody's happy, good to go.
So,
Thanks for asking, I forgot to
Yeah.
remind you guys about that.
yeah, it
call on
can
that.
continue.
Oh, it went right, as soon as I got that middle school, it was golden.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Other than that, I think that covers everything. Thanks for bringing that up, Chuck. Yep, everything's in there from March and April, so. Good
All
to go.
right, Jack, an update on the Fred Wolf.
We have a meeting with the consultants at the end of next month, and in June, we're gonna have a.
Workshop, yep.
Oh. Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
there, did you go to the meeting, that meeting?
Yeah, they had some nice choices, they did a nice job, they put together a pretty good package.
I went and Allison went too.
Jim was there as well.
Yeah, and Jim, and you.
Yeah.
It was a nice meeting, Chuck. Just so like it was a good turnout, 40 people, 45 people.
I would say it was mostly positive, I mean,
Yeah.
had a lot of questions, which was good.
Yeah,
But
some
they had a lot of
neighbors,
answers.
and they had concerns, and Dominic addressed them, I believe.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a couple of options. I mean, the approach they're gonna take is really putting aside and laying out fields 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah,
And then you get to pick and choose what you wanna put on those fields.
yeah, they're
Soccer, lacrosse,
yeah,
whatever.
multi-purpose fields, not dedicated for one sport. It could be all. You know, there's interest in football,
Yeah, it was football too.
in lacrosse,
Cross, soccer.
soccer,
Yeah.
yeah, so,
And then again, they talked about the basketball and some other basketball courts by a building. There was gonna be some
yeah, pavilion,
some kind of a pavilion.
and
yeah.
couple,
Yeah.
and,
Bathrooms.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, they're in there, but they're just not sure where they're going yet.
Yeah, yeah, and it's interesting, you know, they changed the whole layout, and he wants a road around the whole perimeter. It's, and parking, you know, multiple spots for parking, it's well thought out, I think,
Yeah.
don't you guys?
Yeah, it
I
reminded
like
me
it.
of the layout of Old Tavern, where it's one way, almost the entire
Yeah,
way, and
yeah.
then it has spots for parking at various
Yeah,
points
and
along the
you
route.
have
And you have more
multiple.
parking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Then,
yeah.
yeah,
there's not a heck of a lot of parking at the Old Tavern.
yeah, no, it's,
I mean,
it's well thought out, and,
No,
you
when
know,
this is done, it'll be way different than old
Yeah, that
time.
would
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah.
I think the only
And-
tough parts are the entrances.
Yeah.
You know, how you gonna get in here? They're talking about a third entrance at the old Peck Lane, on
Yeah.
on the other side off,
making
Meeting
a
house.
dead end, yeah. Yeah, so it's interesting, and, you know, people filled out some of the survey stuff, and I think it will be good.
So what's the next step?
well, we have a meeting, the Federal Park Committee has a meeting at the end of next week. We'll go over layout the thing, and then they'll have another public meeting a couple weeks after that, probably early June, I think. Yeah.
And get down to the plan that,
Yeah, they're narrowing it down. I mean, it's a lot, try to keep everybody happy. You know,
Yeah,
and I have to say, even the neighbors have been pretty respectful as far as understanding what's going on. And I think that, they're taking that into account when they're laying this out, trying to keep some privacy with some of the neighbors and
yeah, and the
security's an
concern,
issue and all
Yeah.
that stuff, so.
the concern, you know, the neighbors have,
yeah, they talked about that last time.
yeah. And, you know, it's, you know, it's, people should go to that
Yeah.
final meeting, or it's, you know,
Like even the lighting, right? I mean, do you leave lighting on all night long, or does that disturb the neighbors? It's good for keeping people out, it's for security, but what does that do to the neighbors? So there's about
Yeah.
little nuances.
yeah.
So after that final meeting, Steve, after the summer, they'll probably go pick out the final plan? Is that their goal?
I don't know when
Jack,
the
is that their goal?
timeframes is,
I think the whole thing is it's a 2 to 3 year project. I mean, in stages.
oh, no,
But
it's,
once they approve it,
yeah,
yes, I don't know if
yeah.
they're gonna approve it.
it's the plans, yeah, building it, it's gonna be a long-term
Oh, sure,
project.
sure.
You know, the fields, and, you know, I was talking to Allison's husband, Kurt, the police, you know, patrol Fred Wolf Park every shift. They, you know, they go in there in the town, you know, properties
Right.
to, you know, Old Tavern, you know, Turkey Hill, High Plains. Because I didn't know that, you know, but Kurt told me that it's part of their, shift.
Part of their patrol.
Yeah. Patrol. So they go in there multiple times.
That's good.
Yeah. All right. I have nothing. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Everybody else is good?
Debbie, second. All in favor? All right.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.